Dear friends, welcome to Learning Aboard. In this video, I'll be solving the quantitative aptitude questions from the IBPS PO preliminary examination conducted in the previous year 2019. Now, before I solve the aptitude questions, first let's look at the pattern. So there are 100 questions and only 1 hour duration, only 60 minutes duration. Right, and for every wrong answer there is a negative mark of 0.25. okay, so please remember there's a negative mark of 0.25, and there are 30 English language questions, 35 quantitative aptitude questions, and 35 reasoning questions. In this video I'll be solving the 35 quantitative aptitude questions of previous year. Now, the reasoning ability video, you can find the link to that video in the description below. So, if you look at the questions split up, there were 6 questions in the number series, 16 questions in 3 caselets in data interpretation, quantitative comparison 6 questions, percentage 1 question, ratio proportion, mixtures and solution 3 questions, time and work 2 questions, and probability 1 question. Totally 35 questions. Now, first set of questions are from number series. So, as far as number series is concerned, as you might be already aware, you can get questions either based on common difference, okay, or anything other than common difference. Right. So, when I say common difference, it can be like, let me take a series like this, which is an natural number series, okay, or I can say this is a series in arithmetic progression where the common difference is 1, okay. I mean this series, as well as if I take another series like this, which is a square series. Now, is this a series that belongs to common difference? Yes, I can say so, because the difference, if you see, it is 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, etc. Now, at level 2, you will have the common difference. So, even this you can call it as, if it is a square equation, at level 2 you will have common difference. If it is a cubic equation, at level 3 you will have common difference. So, even this you can call it as a common difference. Sometimes the difference is consecutive prime numbers like that, okay. Or now, so the series can be either based on common difference, or it can be like others. So it can be like prime number series, or n square plus or minus 1, n cube series, or n cube plus or minus 1 series, or 2 power n series, okay, or multiply by 2 plus 1, multiply by 2 minus 1, and so on, okay. So it can be like any other logic. And please remember, when you have, let's say, 5 or 6 terms in a sequence, in a series, now all the terms need not have the same, go according to the same logic. Alternate terms may have a separate logic, even that is possible, okay. So that also you should remember. Now let's look at the question given here. Now 48 and 63, the common difference is 15 plus 15, then it is minus 11, then it is plus 15. After that I'm not sure. There's a question mark here, that is what we have to find out, and then 71, okay. Now going by this common difference, okay, let me assume this is minus 11. Now if you put 67 minus 11, then that will be 56, okay. Then after that it should be 15 plus 15, right, because it's the common difference is like plus 15 minus 11 plus 15 minus 11 and so on. So 56 plus 15 is 71. So my assumption is correct, my guess is correct, the answer is 56, answer option E for the first question. Now the other way of looking at this, now every question need not have only one logic, there could be another logic, okay. So we have got the answer correct, the answer is 56. Now let me look at it one more way, okay. Let me just consider the alternate terms. 58 plus 4 is 52. 52, I'll just keep it because the x I don't know. Now let me look at the other alternate terms. 63 plus 4 is 67. 67 plus 4 is 71. Okay, then let me try now 52 plus 4. Okay, now that's 56. Okay, so alternate terms are getting added by 4. So the answer is 56 again. Answer, see, you may follow different logics, but the answer can't be different. The answer should be same by any method that you follow. Answer for the first question is answer option E, 56. Now the second question, 17, 29, 53, 101, 197. Okay, now if you look at this series, it is not exactly, the next term is not exactly twice, but closer to twice. 17, 29, okay, 53, 101, it is closer to twice, not exactly twice. So if I multiply 17 by 2, I get 34, minus 5, I get 29. 29, if I multiply by 2, I get 58, minus 5, I get 53. Now 52 into 2 is 106, minus 5, I get 101. 101 into 2 is 202, minus 5, I get 197. Now 197 into 2 is equal to 394. Now subtract 5, I get 389. That's the answer. That's answer option E for the second question. So multiply by 2 minus 5. That's the logic here. Now the third question, I have 15, 24, 52, 117, question mark, and 468. Now I have a difference 9 here. Here I have 28. Here I have 63. Here like I don't know, like we have to find out. So 9, I can look at it as 3 square or 2 cube, 28 and 65. Now when I look at 28 and 65, okay, I can think of 28 as 3 cube plus 1 and 65 as 4 cube plus 1. So because of that, instead of taking 9 as 3 square, I'll consider it as 2 cube plus 1. So the difference is n cube plus 1. The difference between the two terms is n cube plus 1. So next common difference should be 5 cube plus 1. That's 126. So 117 plus 126, that should be 243. 243. So I can mark the answer as answer option B, 243. Now if I want to confirm, what I should do is, now next should be 6 cube plus 1. Since the previous difference is 5 cube plus 1, next should be 6 cube plus 1. So 243 plus 217. 6 cube plus 1 is 217. So 243 plus 217, that's 460. That's the next term. So my answer is correct. I have verified. That's answer option B, 243. Now the fourth question, 16, 21, 31, 45 and 62. Now here the difference is 5, here it is 10, here it is 14, here it is 17. Okay. Now if you look at the difference here, it is 5, 4, 3. Next it should be 2. So 17 plus 2 is 19. So 62 plus 19 is 81. 62 plus 19 is 81. That's answer option A, 81 is the answer for this question. Question number 5, 6, 11, 27, 86 and so on. Now this looks like twice, this looks like twice, but this is like 3 times. Okay, then after that I am not able to guess. Okay, now maybe I'll just consider, instead of taking it as twice, because it's not more than twice, it's less than twice, maybe I'll consider this as 6 into 1 plus 5. Now that's 11. Now 11 into 2 plus 5, that's 27. Now 27 into 3 plus 5, that's 86. So next one must be 86 into 4, that's 344 plus 5, that's 349. That's the answer, answer option A. I can mark and move on. But if I want to verify, okay, now 349, next I should multiply by 5. Next I should multiply by 5. So that will be 1745. Multiply by 5 plus 5, that's 1750. So my next term of the sequence is right. So I can confirm that answer is answer option A, 349 for question number 5. Question number 6. I have 5, 14, 78, 103 and 319. Here the difference is 9. Here the difference is 64. Here the difference is 25. Here the difference is 216. So now this is 3 square difference. Next is 4 cube, 5 square, 6 cube. So it is 3, 4, 5, 6. Next must be 7. Alternatively it is square and cube. So square, cube, square, cube. So next must be square. So 349 plus 7 square, that is 49. So 349 plus 319 plus 49 is 368. That's answer option A. So the difference is either square or cube. Okay, n square or n cube. So answer is answer option A, 368. Now next we have a data interpretation question. It's a very simple data interpretation question. So data interpretation, as you know, you are given numerical data in the form of a pie chart or a bar chart or a bar graph, or sometimes you are given in the form of a table, or even it could be in the form of a paragraph. Okay, and most often these questions are about percentage and average, and in percentage specifically you are asked to compare like something like a percentage increase, percentage change and so on. Okay, so now here the data given is about the sales of pillows in two stores, store A and store B. Okay, so that's and wherever required, please pause the video and look at the questions or data. Okay, so you can pause the video here and look at the data. Now I'll go to the questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is the respective ratio between total number of pillows sold by store A in June and July together, that by store A and B? So they're asking for the ratio, okay, of June, July and May, June. Okay, now this data that is there in the bar form, I will convert it into a table like this. Okay, now what I need is store A, June, July. Okay, that is these two values, which is 640, and store B, May, June, which is these two, which is 440. Okay, so now I want the ratio between 640 and 440, which is 16:11. That's my answer option E. Right? A very simple question. Question number 8. If the total number of pillows sold by store A and B together in August is 230 more than that sold in May, what is the total number of pillows sold by A and B together in August? So now we have to look at May month first. Now May month, A and B together, these two values, 190 plus 270, now that's equal to 460. Now in August they have sold 230 more than this 460, so that makes a total of 690. That's answer option A for question number 8. Answer option A. Now the next question, the respective ratio between the number of pillows sold by A in February and March is 11:7. Okay, we don't have the February numbers, and the respective ratio between the number of pillows sold by February and April is in store B is 9:13. Okay, so I think so we need March number for A and April number for B. See, in A we are considering February and March, which is 11:7, and as far as B, store B is concerned, we are considering February and April. Okay, and that ratio is 9:13. Now what is asked is February store A minus February store B. That is what is asked. Okay, now let me go back here to the table. I want March of A and April B. March A is 280, April B is 390. Okay. So 280 and here it is 390. If 13 parts is 390, each part is 30, so this is 270. Now if 7 parts is 280, each part is 40, so this is 440. Okay, so February store A is 440, February store B is 270, so 440 minus 270, that's a difference of 170. That's answer option A for question number 9. Question number 10, what is the percentage increment in the number of pillows stored by store A from April to June? Okay, from April to June. In April 220, in June 360. So it is a percentage increase question. So 360 minus 220 upon 220 into 100. Okay, so that's 140 by 220 into 100. Now this is like 7 and 11. So finally it is 700 by 11. That's answer option A for this question. So this question is like a percentage change question. From April to June, what is the change? Okay. If you want it like a formula, you can write percentage change as the new value minus original value upon the original value into 100. Question number 11. What is the average number of pillows sold by store B in March, April and June? Okay. So store B, we want March, April and June. Okay. So that's 870. That is 310, 390, which is 700 and 170. That's 870. Okay. I'm sorry, average, right? So 870 by 3, that's 290. That's answer option E for question number 11. Now we have one more question in this. If the total number of pillows sold by store A and B together in December is 15% less than that of July, then what is the total number of sold by store A and B together in December? Okay. Now July, we want the numbers for July. Okay. So July it's like 280 plus 240. Okay. So July it is 280 plus 240. That's 520. And as far as December is concerned, it is 15% less than July. So when I say 15% less, I can write it as 85%. Okay, if it was same as July, then it is 520. If it is 15% less, then it is, the sales is 85% of July. So 85% of, or I can write 85 by 100 of 520. Okay. So if I simplify, this is 17, this is 20, this 0, 0 and goes off 2 and 26, and you get 17 into 26, which is 442. That's answer option D. Answer option D for question number 12. The next question, a shopkeeper mixed two varieties of rice at 24 per kg and X per kg in the ratio of 2:3 respectively, sold the mixture at 29.88 at 20% profit, find the value of X. See, now in this question, very important part is, see, we should remember that whenever we mix two items, what we get is the cost price. But here this 29.88 is not the cost price, it is the price at which it is sold, right? So selling price, which is 1.2, that is 20% profit over the cost price. Now that is 29.88. Okay. So what is the cost price as it is? The cost price is 24.9. Now we all know the allegation method. Now what is the allegation method? If suppose there are two items A and B, let's say the cost of or the value of capital A is small a and B is small b, and when you mix them you get the mixture of M. Now you take the difference between the two, M and B, you write it here. You write the difference between A and M, you write it this side. Now when you want the ratio in which the two items are mixed, it is given by B minus M by m minus a. Now we can use the same thing here. Now one rice, okay, variety 1 24 rupees, variety 2 I don't know, I have to find. Now the mixture cost I know it is 24.9, okay, and I know the ratio is given, ratio they are mixing the ratio 2:3, so this is 2 parts and this is 3 parts, and 24 and 24.9, now this m minus a, this difference is 0.9. Okay, so if 3 parts is 0.9, then what will be 2 parts? That will be 0.6. Now this 0.6 you have to add to 24.9, that will be 25.5. So answer for this question is 24.5. See, I am deliberately not going for the conventional equation writing. Now that anyhow you know how to do that. Now conventional equation writing, if you want me to write, which you already know how to write, okay, now 24.9 is the cost of one variety of rice, which is 2 parts, plus variety 2 we don't know the cost, which is 3 parts, whole divided by 2 parts plus 3 parts. Now this is equal to the cost of the mixture, which is, I'm sorry, this is 24 only, this is 24. 24 is the variety 1 item, 2 parts, variety 2 3 parts. Now this all together it is 24.9. The cost of the mixture is 24.9. Variety 1, the cost is 24. Now if you solve for V2 in this equation, you will get 25.5. But this method that I used first, the allegation method, that's faster than the equation method, right? So answer for question number 13 is option B, 25.5. Now the next question is a simple probability question. So there are 8 blue balls, 5 yellow balls and 7 red balls. What is the probability of choosing either one yellow or red ball? See, totally there are 8 plus 5 plus 7, 20 items, in which you want either yellow. Yellow means there are 5 options. So 5 out of 20. Now red means you have 7 options, 7 out of 20. So either yellow or red means totally you have 12 out of 20, which is 3 by 5, 60% is 3 by 5. That's answer option D for question number 14. Question number 14. Now question number 15. 2 pipes A and B can fill a tank in 60 hours and 40 hours respectively, and pipe C can empty the tank in 15 hours. So the moment you see empty, you know it is doing negative work. It is draining the tank. It is doing negative work. Okay. Now the question is, if pipes A and B are open for 12 hours, then pipe C is also opened. After how many hours the tank will be emptied? So usually the question is how many hours the tank will be filled. That means it's a productive work. Okay, it's a positive work. Now the question here is emptied. So it will be a negative value. Now you know the rate of work method. Okay, so rate of work method, for example, if there are 2 people are working, we write 1 by A plus 1 by B equal to 1. That is 1 day work of A plus 1 day work of B is like 1 by something. They have a rate of work. Okay, so they have a rate of work, let's say 1 by X or something like that. Okay, and if they work for X days, they will be completing the task. So that will be like positive task 1. Here, since it is about emptying, we will go for a negative 1. Okay, so because the full tank is like empty, so it is a negative 1. Now let's first write the equation here. Now for 12 hours, all the 3 pipes work together. I'm sorry, for 12 hours, only pipe A and B work together. So for 12 hours, 1 by 60 plus 1 by 40. Then after that, we don't know for how many hours, for n hours. Okay, pipe A, pipe B and pipe C is doing negative work. Okay, pipe C is doing negative works, which can empty in 15 hours. Okay, and this is draining. If suppose the question was about filling the tank, then equal to plus 1. Since this is about draining the tank, it is minus 1. Okay, so for 12 hours, A and B are working together, and for n number of hours, we don't know how many hours, all 3 pipes are working, and because of that, the tank is emptied. Okay, now let's try to solve this. Now here the LCM is 120. So we have like 2 plus 3 is 5. So 12 into 5 is like 10. So this is, the whole thing is like half. Okay, fine. Now here again you have the LCM as 120, and so this is 2 plus 3 minus 8. The whole thing is equal to minus 1. Okay. Now you have half plus this is n into minus 1 by 40 equal to minus 1. Okay. Now the term containing unknown variable, you keep it on one side. Take the numerical terms other side. That is, take this half the other side. So you will get minus n by 40 is equal to minus half. That is, I am just taking this half the other side. So minus n by 40 equal to half. So you get n is equal to 20. So the 3 pipes, if they are open for 20 hours, okay, for 12 hours the first 2 pipes are working. Now after that, for 20 hours, if all 3 pipes are open, then the tank will be emptied. So the answer is answer option B. I think in this sheet this is the only lengthy question, but even this is actually a very simple question. The answer option B. Now question number 16. In a 96 liter mixture of milk and water, water is only 40%. The milkman sold 12 liters of mixture to a customer and then added 10 liters of pure milk and 15 liters of water in the mixture. What is the approximate percentage of water in the final mixture? See, first it is 96 liters, right? Now in that, water, okay, water is like 40%, which is 38.4, and the other milk is like 60%, which is 57.6. Okay, so this is the original proportion. Now the milkman sold 12 liters, okay, 12 liters of the mixture to a customer. Now which means we are left with 84 liters. We are left with 84 liters. Now in this 84, the 40% is 33.6 and the 60% is 50.4. Okay, now in the remaining 84 liters, this is the mixture. Okay, that is 33.6 of water, and milk is like 50.4 liters. Now after that, what is happening? 10 liters of pure milk. So 10 liters of pure milk is added. So that becomes 60.4, and 15 liters of water is added. So that becomes 48.6. Now the question is, what is the ratio of water to milk? Water to milk. Now water is like 48.6 and milk is like 60.4. Okay. The approximate percentage of water in the final mixture. Okay, so now if you look at the total, 48.6 is the content of water, and the total liters is 109 liters, because what happens, 12 liters is taken away and 25 liters, that is 15 liters of water and 10 liters of milk is added. So 48.6 out of 109 into 100. Okay. Now that is what is asked. Now this is approximately 45%. Approximately 45%. How? Now 109 is a prime number. 109 is a prime number. So like instead of taking it as 109, just to make it simple, you can take it as 11. You can take it as 110. Instead of taking it as 109, you can take it as 110. Okay, so 486, you divide by 11, you will get approximately 45%. percentage. You will get approximately 45%. It's just an approximation. Okay, it is just an approximation. So 48, if you take it as 485 and 110, okay, so that will be like exactly 45. Okay, so I'm sorry, if it is 495, okay, it's just approximate. I'm just approximating. Okay, so for anyhow 44 and all is not there, 44, 46 is not there, so I'm just going for 45 approximate value. So question number 16. Now question number 17, it is a quantitative comparison based question wherein you have two equations. Okay, we have to find the value of x and y, and we have to find, okay, so we have to consider both the equations. From each of the equations we have to consider the value of x and y, and we have to say whether x is greater than y or x is less than y, or x and y are equal or greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. So there are 5 possible relations, or maybe the 6th option is like no relation can be established. So if it is either they are equal or if no relation can be established, so we have to mark answer option E. Now let's look at, let's solve the equations. Now first equation, just take it as a quadratic equation. Okay, now here 3x square plus 23x plus 4x. So how do we solve a quadratic equation? We just split the roots. 3x square plus, I can take it as 9x plus 14x plus, no, this is 42 equal to 0. That is 42 into 3 is 126, right? 9 into 14 is 126. So that way I'm splitting. So if you simplify this, you will get x plus 3 into 3x plus 14 equal to 3. So you will get x is equal to minus 3 or x equal to minus 14 by 3. So these are the two options. Now if you take in case of y, the next equation, y square minus 42y plus 437 equal to 0. Now you can split this as y square minus 23 minus 23y minus 19y plus 437 equal to 0. If you split, you will get the equation as like y equal to 23, y equal to 19. So as far as x is concerned, both the values are negative, and as far as y is concerned, both the values are positive. So definitely x is less than y in both the cases. In both the cases, definitely x is less than y. So we can mark answer option B for question number 17. So in any case, value of x is less than y. So we can mark answer option B. Question number 18. So x square plus 6x minus 135. So you can split this as x square plus 15x minus 9x minus 135 equal to 0. You can simplify this and write it as like x plus 15 into x minus 9 equal to 0. So you get x equal to 9 or x equal to minus 15. Now this is the value of x. As far as y is concerned, you can write y square plus 18y minus 8y minus 144 equal to 0, because 18 into 8 is 144. So when you solve, you get y equal to minus 18 or y equal to 8. Okay, so as far as this is concerned, now y can be between minus 15. Okay, so it can be minus 15 or plus 9. Here it can be minus 18 or plus 8. So in one case, if you see x is greater, in other case if you see x is smaller. Okay, so we are not sure as far as this is concerned. So the answer is no relationship can be established, because x can be both positive and negative, y can be both positive and negative, and so we can't really compare the two. So the answer is answer option E. The following question. Okay, so this is, now here in the first case you get x equal to plus or minus 12, we know that, right? So if x square equal to 144, we get x square equal to plus or minus 12. Now if you get y cube equal to 1728, which is 12 cube, we know for sure y is equal to 12 and y equal to plus 12, y is positive 12. So in which case you can say x is less than or equal to y, because if x equal to 12, y equal to 12, so x and y are equal. If x equal to minus 12, then x is less than y. If x equal to minus 12, then x is less than y. So the answer for this question is option D. This is a very good question. Wonderful question. Question number 20. The following equation, okay. So again same, here you get x is equal to plus or minus 5, and this you can write it as y square equal to 9. So you get y is equal to plus or minus 3. So y equal to plus or minus 5. So see, y can be plus y, y can be plus 3, x can be minus y, or x can be plus 5, y can be minus. So you can't really compare the two. Okay, so no relationship can be established. Answer option E. Now the next question, x square. Now this I can write it as x square minus 12x plus 2x plus 24 equal to 0. If I simplify, I will get x minus 12 into x minus 2. So I get x is equal to 2 or 12. And next equation I get y square minus 7y minus 5y plus 35 equal to 0. So I get y equal to 7 or y equal to 5. Okay, so this again, if you take x equal to 2, then it is less than y. If you take x equal to 12, then it is more than y. So it is, you can't really establish a relation. So the answer is no relationship can be established. One more question in this type. So this equation, if I have to split, I write 2x square minus 10x minus 9x plus 45 equal to 0. I get 2 into x minus 5, 9 into x minus, so I get x equal to 5 or x equal to 9 by 2. That's one relation. Here I get y square minus 6y minus 5y plus 30 equal to 0. So I get x equal to 6 or, I'm sorry, y equal to 6 or y equal to 5. Okay. So in which case x less than or equal to, because in this case x is 4.5. Let's say 9 by 2, it is 4.5. Okay. So x is either equal to, if x and y are 5, then they are equal. Okay. Otherwise x is less than y. So the answer is answer option D for question number 22. Answer option D. Next we have a data interpretation question. Study the pie chart carefully and answer the questions given below. Is the pie chart depicting total number of shirts sold by 5 stores in the year 2003. So total number of shirts sold is 2800. Okay, so we have A, B, C, D, E. 28%, 10%, 14%, 32% and 16%. Total number of shirts sold is 2800. Now let's look at the questions. Now store D sold only 2 types of shirts, formal and casual. If the average number of formal shirts stored by store D is 664, then what is the respective ratio between formal and casual? Okay, so what is in store D, formal slash casual. So that's the ratio that we want. Okay, and formal shirts are like 664, right? And we need to find out what is the casual shirts number. Okay, now as far as store D is concerned, now which is store D? Now this is store D, 32%. Okay, so 32% of 2800, 32% of 2800, that is the number that we want, which is 896. Okay, now in this 896, 664 is formal. Okay, so if you subtract that 664, you get 232. 232. Now 664 and 232, what is common is 8 is common, so you will get 83 by 29. 83 by 29, that's answer option D. Okay, now if the average number of shirts sold by store C in 2003 and 2004 is 343, then the number of 2003 and 2004. Okay, then the number of shirts sold by store C in 2004 is what percentage less than the number of okay, in 2004 is what percentage less. So C, where is C? C is green, 14%. Okay, now 14% of 2800, 14% of 2800, that's 392. 392. Now 2003 and 2004, the average is 343, which means the total is 686. Okay, so 686 subtract 392, 686 subtract 392, what you have is 294. Okay, so this is 2003 and 294 is 2004. So with respect to 2003, how much is less? 2004 less. Okay, so 392 minus 294 upon 392, because the comparison is based on 2003. Comparison is based on 2003. Okay, into 100. This is the calculation. So it is 98 by 392 into 100. Now 98, 392 is like 4 times. So that's exactly 25%. That's answer option E. So the question is with respect to 2003, how much is 2004 less? Right, now 2003 number, we know it is 14% of 2800, which is 392, and average for 2003 and 2004 is 343, which means the total is 686. So 686 minus 392, that's 294 gives you 2004 number. So 392 is 2003 number, 294 is 2003 number, so we get the difference and calculate the change in percentage. Okay, so that's answer option E, 25%. Next question, what is the difference between the number of shirts sold by A and B? Okay, now A and B, now if we go back to the graph, A is 28%, B is 10%. Okay, A is 28%, B is 10%. So A minus B is 28 minus 10, that's 18%. So 18% of 2800. Okay, so that's fine. 18% of 2800, that's 504. Now let's look at the answer choices. That's answer option E, 504. Now what is the central angle corresponding to the number of shirts sold by D? Now number of shirts sold by D, we saw it is 32 degrees. Okay, 32 degrees. So 32%. Yeah, so 32 by 100 into 360. 32% out of like 360. Okay, So that's 115.2 degrees. That's answer option E, 32%. So the total circle is 360 degrees. So in terms of angle, it is 115.2. 27, number of shirts sold by E increased by 50% from 2003 to 2004 and decreased by 25% from 2004 to 2005. What is the number of shirts sold by E in 2005? Now, first of all, what is number of shirts sold by E in 2003? This is E, that is 16%. Okay. Now, coming back to the question here. Now 16%. Now if you are getting a 50% increase, now 15% is half of it, so that will be like 24%. Again 24% of that 2800 will just come back to the 2800 after this. Now in this 24%, there is a decrease of 25% after that. Okay, so a 25% decrease on this value. Okay, a 25% of 24 is 6. That is 1/4 of 24 is 6. So that is 18%. So it is effectively 18 into 18% of 2800. Okay, now we just now calculated 18% of 2800 for another question. So which is 504. That's answer option A. So 16%, say I'm not calculating that 16% of 2800, okay, that value I'm not calculating right now. I'll just, okay, so I'll just, that is 448 or whatever, okay, that I'll calculate it later. Okay, so 16%, a 50% increase will become 24%. Then a 25% decrease on that will be a 24. I'll just keep that as number, okay, I'll just keep 16 as a number rather than as a percentage. So 16, a 50% increase on that. So half increase on that, 20, so 8 increase, 24. Now a 25% decrease on that. So less 6. So that's 18. That's how we get that 18. Okay. So 18 into 2800, that's 504. That's answer for question number 27. Next question. Raj gave 60% of his monthly salary to his wife, and the remaining he invested in mutual fund. Out of the money his wife got, she spent 20% on groceries, 30% on the rent, and remaining amount is 18,000. So what is Raj's monthly salary? See, wife, she has spent 20% on groceries and 30% on rent. So 15% she has spent. So the remaining 50% is 18,000. Okay, so remaining, okay, 18,000. So in total, Raj has given 36,000 to his wife. So she has spent 18,000 and savings 18,000. So Raj gave 60% of money to his wife, 36,000. Okay, so 60% is 36,000. So the full money is 60,000. Okay, that is 60% of X is equal to 36,000. What is X? So that way I am calculating. So X is 60,000. Okay. Now if you want to really calculate, now this calculation we should do it directly, otherwise it is a waste of time. So if I write this 6,000, then carry the 10 other side, so it is 60,000. So these calculations should avoid writing each and every step. Only then we can solve the 100 questions in 1 hour. Okay, only 60 minutes. Now question number 29. 4 years ago, the ratio of A's and B's age is 5:3. Now the sum of the present ages of A and B and C is 80 years. Now if C's present age is equal to sum of the present ages of A and B, what is the present age of A? Now See, A plus B is equal to C. So if A plus B plus C equal to 80, now AB is 40, A plus B is 40, C is 40 because they are equal, right? And 4 years ago, the ratio was 5:3 for A and B. So 4 years ago means 4 years for A, 4 years for B. So minus 8 is 32. So A and B age in the past. Okay, in the past, that's 32, right? Now if it is 5:3 ratio, then it is 20, 12. 20, 12. So present age of A is, after 4 years, he is 24. So this is the age 4 years before. So now he is 24. That's answer option A. Now we have another data interpretation question and a very simple one. So study the data carefully. It's a table based data interpretation question. So totally there are 250 students, male and female, and total number of students male and female in class 10, and then number of female in class 10. Now what I'll do is, I will write this number as, now this is the total number, right? Male plus female. So male 36, female 12, this 12. And here male 54, female 10. Here male 55, female 25. That is, this 80, I am splitting it as 25 and remaining 55. Likewise here if I write, out of 250, 202 okay. Now total number of students. Okay, so I'll just we'll just check the question and then let's come back to this. Now here maybe I can write others and class 10. So class 10 48, others 202, class 10 64, others 416, class 10 80, others 280. Okay, so let's just check the question anyhow. In school C, the number of female students in classes other than 10 is 101. What is the percentage of student in school C are female? Okay. Now, other than class school C, okay, school C, there are totally 280 in the other group. Okay, now in that, okay, so school C, others, in school C, others are 280, and class 10 there are 80 students. Okay, and in this there are 101 female. Okay, in this there are 101 female, and here we know it is 25 female. Here it is, we know 25 female. So that makes a total of 126 females. Okay, and then 126 out of totally how many students are there in school C? 360. And wherever required, as I said already, please pause the video and look at the data. So into 100. Now that's equal to 35%. That's equal to option E, 35%. Now what is the difference between number of male students in class 10 of school A and that of school B? So the question is between male class 10 and class 10 of school A and school B. Now school A male is 36, school B male is 54. So 54 minus 36 is 18. Very simple question. So here school B it is 54, school A it is 18. We are considering only male of class 10. So 54 minus I'm sorry, this is 36. 54 minus 36, That's 18. That's answer option B. Answer option B. Now, in school A, there are only 3 classes, 8th, 9th and 10th. The respective ratio of number of students, male and female, in 8th and 9th classes is 55 is to 46. Now, what is the number of the respective ratio of number of students, male plus female, in class 8 and so it's about the total number of students of class 8 and class now that's 55 is to 46. Now this is about school A. In school A there are 202 students other than 8th and 9th. So 8th and others, so there is 8th and 9th, there are 202, which you are splitting into the ratio of 55 and 46, which means you have 110 students and 92 students of 8th and 9th. So what is the number of student, male and female, of 8th class? So that is this 110, because the ratio is 55 and 46, right? So the answer is answer option C, 110. See, we already got that number 202. The table, we already got the number 202. We already wrote it. Others 202, right? So the 202, you're splitting of the ratio of 55 and 46. A very simple question. So that's 110, 110. In school B, the number of students in classes other than class 10 is what percentage more than the number of students in class 10? So in school B, there are totally 480 students and others are like 416 and class 10 is 64. Now with respect to class 10, they're asking how many are more, right? So 64 in the denominator, 416 minus 64, 416 minus 64 by 64, that's 352 by 64. And in terms of percentage, it is 352 by 64 into 100. It's a very simple calculation because there is 32 is common. So you get 550 percentage. What percentage more? 550 percentage more. Now what is the respective ratio between the number of students, male plus female, in class 10 of school C and the total number of students in all together of class B? In class 10 of school C, class 10, there are 80 students. Now class B, totally there are 480. So the ratio between this and this, 80 and 480, very simple calculation, 1:6. That's answer option D, 1:6. Last question. What is the average number of students, male plus female, in class 10 of schools A and B? So schools A and B, they are asking class 10 only. So that's 48 plus 64, that makes it 112, and 112 by 2, that's 56. Average, total average is option A, 56. So with this, we come to the end of the quantitative aptitude questions. I hope you like my methods. Now, if you have any questions, please do post your comments in the comments box below, and please like, share and subscribe to our channel Learning About. Thanks for watching the video. Thank you.